Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. The only other district court case that has been cited on the Idaho Cases of Interest webpage are Idaho versus Koberger and Idaho versus Wondra. That's where any similarities between these two cases end, because whereas Idaho versus Koberger has been a very closed and sealed to the public case since its inception, December 29th, 2022, through closure, July 23rd, 2025, and beyond, where the case still remains largely under seal. Idaho versus Wondra is largely not sealed to the public. For example, unlike in Idaho versus Koberger, where there was supposed to have been a preliminary hearing back in June of 2023, where the state of Idaho would have been required to bring forward in an open and public courtroom whatever evidence they felt they had that Mr. Koberger was responsible for the catastrophic events at 1122 King Road in Latah County, Idaho. Mr. Wondra had an open and public preliminary hearing this past spring, where after 3 full days, the state of Idaho asked and received an order from the court binding Mr. Wondra over for trial. Consistent with the public nature of this case, there was a hearing June 2nd, 2026. You can see the minutes on the court record. It was before Judge Brent Whiting, who will be presiding over the forthcoming trial that is scheduled to occur by jury in September of 2026. The parties who were present at this hearing: State of Idaho, buy-in through the Payette County prosecutor Mike Duke, and Mr. Wondra with his attorney, Anthony Ray Geddes. According to the minutes, the hearing started at approximately 9:14 a.m., and the journal entries are as follows. Number 1, the defense is ready for trial, but will be filing several motions. Parties will be ready for trial in September. 2, the court reminded parties of the pretrial conference on August 4th, 2026, and advised that the trial will remain set on September 14th, 2026. 3, the defense motioned for another status conference to coordinate motion filings, and the state does not object. 4, the court ordered the case set for status conference on July 14th at 9 a.m. Hearing ended 9:17 a.m. So we see, ladies and gentlemen, this was a very brief 3-minute long hearing, but there was a lot that was covered. First, the defense confirmed they are ready to go to trial on the 14th of September. And the court was very quick to remind all parties that this trial is going to go ahead on that date. The court was very clear here to be prepared to go to trial on September 14th. The defense indicated they had several pre-trial motions. Unclear what these pre-trial motions are, but they asked for another pre-trial conference. This is when the parties come together and the court might ask, is there anything that the court needs to do in order to ensure that everything stays en route to that jury trial? The state did not object to a second pretrial conference, so the parties are due back in court July 14th at 9 a.m. for the first of 2 pretrial conferences. The second will be held in August of 2026. That pretrial conference has been pending for a while. And then finally, everything leading up to jury trial in Idaho versus Wondra. We will continue to keep you posted as further developments arise. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.